we're going to start talking because we have here talking about Hollywood and actors, black,
Hollywood.
black folks, Hollywood and black actors, and how they are taking their chances and stuff on these little bit parts and stuff and everything in these movies and stuff, and they moving on up, making big money when they started out. We knew a lot of them when they wasn't even doing good and everything, and they all blew up after man, it's I came in. I can't even name a lot of the folks and stuff, man, who did these little small parts and stuff and everything, and jumped and really. Uh, Taraji P Henson and stuff and everything. She started out doing bit parts and stuff and everything, especially in that movie and stuff where she played the one that they did in Memphis and stuff and everything. Man, what's the name of that daggone show? But
All I know is Regina King.
she she doing her own thing. She done went from being in front of the camera to behind the camera now.
Yeah, but she's a superstar in front of the camera too, bro. Ain't no question about that. But it's a lot of them that went off into behind the camera and been directors and everything. Like I said, unfortunately, that was my goal. I wanted to be a director, and I couldn't get in the business. You know, I mean,
Most
I
uh,
tried.
most folks don't know that that's where the money is at. Usually, is behind the camera. The producers, the executive producers, and stuff. All of them they share in the success and stuff of any movie. Yeah, especially the director and stuff. They share in the success of the movie.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
the mother of Ice Cube is a director too. That played his mother.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh shit, what's her
She
name?
got a twin. She played the wife of Wesley Snipes' wife in White Man Can't Jump.
I don't think I watched White Man Can't Jump. I didn't look at
You ain't
that
never
show.
saw that movie?
Man,
Man, that
it
is a
was out.
good movie.
It was out, but I never really
That
actually
was a
looked at it.
good movie. Matter of fact, I saw it the other day. It was on TV.
Yeah, I never got into White Man Can't Jump. I never
Cause
did.
what's the girl that got the funny voice? I mean, she's an okay actress, but she's more of a comedian. But she's Puerto Rican, and she dated a lot of black guys. Not a lot, but a few black guys, and she was a good dancer because she was the choreographer. She was the choreographic of what's that series with the Wayans brothers. When they did that comedian show, she was the choreographer of that.
You ain't talking about Jennifer Lopez, are you?
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez. She wasn't the choreographer, but what's her name? But the
Yeah,
girl, the Puerto Rican girl was.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But
Yeah,
that's how
she
Jennifer Lopez made it.
right. She was a dancer, and you talk because girlfriend she did that thing with Spike Lee also.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did a Spike. She played Spike Lee's girlfriend in that movie he did. Man,
yeah. Well, the black woman, boy, she played in a lot of black movies.
hmm,
Well, not a lot, but a few.
I almost said her name. I almost said the girl's name. Oh man, I know you're talking about Rosie Perez.
Hmm.
Rosie Perez. Yep, she
She's
did.
very political too, bro.
She did a lot of choreography stuff and everything for a lot of movies. Man, I think, oh shoot, man. Black actors, male and female. male and female. But yeah, tried to play in that movie, but with Terrence Howard, and she played his bottom whore in that movie. She was real quiet, and all the other girls and stuff and everything just dogged her out because he had a white girl and two black whores and stuff with him in the movie. And he was putting together he didn't want to be a pimp anymore. He wanted to be a singer. So he put together with him and Anthony Edwards and just a white boy. They decided to start putting out rap music, and he used his house and stuff and everything, and all kind of little weird stuff for that to produce some music. And he also had to whoop my boy's butt and everything in the bathroom and made him.
Well, you're talking about movies. I'm gonna tell you my favorite. I wouldn't say my number one, but it's pretty close. Shaft.
Oh man, which one now? You talking about
the first one?
You talking about with John? Yeah, okay. Because I'm thinking of Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson. Now he had what, two of them?
I mean those. I mean he made 2 or 3 of those, but I'm gonna tell you that first one. Ooh, I must have seen. I see that. I watch that show once a year at least. Matter of fact, I got a picture of John Shaft right up on my wall right here.
Oh, okay.
I love that movie.
Yeah, he had a bunch of sequels on that. Shaft in Africa, and oh man, he did a.
I think I only saw one of the first one and the second one. The rest of them I just.
Yeah, and then don't forget about Ron O'Neal playing Superfly.
Oh, that was another one. That was another one. Woo, I love that movie too. I love that movie too. Superfly.
Yep. Yeah, and then all the music was played by Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, that's what made the movie.
That's what made the movie. Curtis Mayfield movie. Yeah, music.
Was that Freddy's Dead?
Oh, some of you folks out there, younger folks, though, they probably don't even know who Curtis Mayfield was.
Okay. Curtis Mayfield, boy. Hey, let me tell you a story about that. So I'm living in Chicago on the north side, and I walk into Mr. Kelly's. That was, that's right on the north side of Chicago, right, not too far from Michigan. So I'm walking down there, and I walk in Mr. Kelly, and there's Curtis Mayfield on the stage, no shirt on, got his guitar hanging from his shoulder, and he jamming.
He doing his thing, huh?
Hey, I didn't pay a dime to go see him play and sing.
Man, Chicago has always been a mecca, man, of
what you say?
Everything, man. They done put out a whole bunch of stars that come out of Chicago. A bunch of them come out of Chicago. They have always did. Man, this has been. Oh man,
Chicago had a bunch of gifted people, man. I tell you,
bunch of gifted folks, bunch of gifted people. You talking about everything. You talking about athletes. You talking about music, anything. And
gospel, man. They call Chicago the king of the gospel, king of the blues.
Shoot, man, they had some people to come out of there, and a lot of you younger folks and stuff don't even know about the oh man, what's that theater we used to go to all the
time?
Regal
Theater, bro.
The Regal.
Yeah, the Regal Theater. Man, I used to scrape my pennies and dimes up and catch the bus and go see me some.
Oh man,
I used to love that.
They had some musicians that come out of the Regal Theater.
I saw the Motown review there. All kind of people, man.
It's that place, man. Chicago is and they I'm very, very happy to see them continuing on to building up, good things and stuff for people, everything. Like I said, I miss my town, but I just can't stand that snow and that wind coming, that hawk coming off that lake in the wintertime. Ooh, wee. Can't stand that hawk coming off of that lake. Ooh. But in the summertime, it is beautiful. But in the wintertime, ooh, wee, that wind will
You do
cut
not want to
you
be there
to
during the
death.
winter time.
It will cut you. Ah, a lot of things and stuff happen there, people. A lot of things about. We're talking about beginning of the show. We're going to talk about some good stuff and everything, good things that are happening and stuff around the country and everything. So, hey, I hate to continue to be talking about this mess, this Negro who our president is, but he just throws mud and stuff on people. Now he done put these damn ICE folks in the airports. I don't know which airport now I'm talking about. They said he's already started.
14 of them, bro. He got them in 14 so far.
14 so far. You hear about that accident that happened in LaGuardia?
Yeah.
Two pilots got killed. Two or three
Yeah.
pilots got killed. Yeah. Ran into the fire truck. I say, you got to be kidding me. It's strange, man, that you seeing all these weird stuff happening and stuff that never did happen. It went under other presidents' regime.
Yeah.
But him, you just seeing so many things that is unheard of.
So
People,
much BS, bro. So much stuff going on, bro. Just, ew.
planes falling all out. They going off, running
And
off the
they're not even
runway.
telling us everything because you mentioned, and I didn't know this. You said there was a flood in Hawaii.
Mhm.
I ain't seen that on the news.
They're not gonna say anything about that. If Trump don't want them to say anything, they're not gonna do it, man. I'm telling you, the media that we knew about 10, 15 years ago is no longer there, people. It is no longer there anymore. If you want to get your news, you want to find out what's going on in the news, you cannot look at CBS, CNN, ABC, or NBC. You're not going to get it there. And you definitely ain't going to get it on Fox. You have to go out and get these folks and stuff and everything who've been leaving these networks and everything and creating their own channel.
Well, let me
Yes,
just say this: Did you get my text? Did you see that 6-minute video?
man, yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to get sick. When I saw the headline, I said, "No, I ain't gonna listen to it. I ain't gonna listen to this mess. I don't want to get sick.
Oh my
I don't want to
goodness!
get
I never
sick and
seen
and
somebody
watch
so clueless.
and watch our people just beat up on this woman. It's sickening, man, to see that stuff happening. Our people, our Uncle Tom that's out there, they just gonna beat down people and everything. I mean, just beat them down. Now we know that girlfriend lost. We understand why girlfriend lost. They did not want her. Even the Democratic Party did not want her to run for that daggone job. But to have our own people and stuff and everything to just beat her down when she's already down and she's trying to get back up, and you just gonna sit there and just stomp on them. I just couldn't do it. When I saw the headline, Ted, I said, no, I can't watch it. I was gonna watch it.
It's nothing like that.
It isn't. What is it?
No, that's what the thing is that, see, you don't know the host of the show. This guy he started off as a TikTok person who was combating people who were for Trump. And he used to take on all comers and, and promoted pretty much Joe Biden and then Kamala. And so he would take on all comers. So this lady who is a black lady who is a Trump supporter. That's why I told you, man, it takes 6 minutes. Man, I ain't gonna say no BS.
I didn't say it was no BS. I just said I just couldn't hear.
Well, she
somebody
did
girlfriend down.
call Kamala ghetto, and and then in other words,
Jasmine. She called Jasmine ghetto. Yeah, she said Jasmine is ghetto, and I just said that
But the
girl is
thing
not ghetto.
is that she knew that she wasn't ghetto. She think that she think that Jasmine was putting on a show or putting on an act to try to act black because she went to an Ivy school. And she didn't go to no Ivy school, but still. But you know, black people, and I was thinking about that, Ed, this show, and I'm going to tell you people this, both of us are educated. Now, I can only speak for myself. I'm going to be myself. I'm not trying to be white. I ain't trying to be black. I'm just myself. And if that comes across as ghetto or maybe uppity or whatever the case may be, that's your problem. I'm just being myself. I was raised on the west side of Chicago and in the country, in the woods. That's where I was raised. And I'm just being myself. And I lived on the south side of Chicago, the west side of Chicago, and the north side of Chicago, and I lived in the country. So the point is, and then I went to a junior college, and then I got my 4-year degree from another college. So therefore, I don't know what you call me. You can't call me ghetto. You can't call me upper class or none of that shit. I just got my degree and went on and worked for 500 corporations, and that's it. But these people, you know, they always want to put you in a box. That's the problem, man. You got black folks putting black folks in a box. Or he too ghetto, or he too uppity, or he too educated, or he try to act white. Some people just who they are. That's who they are. Hell, there's people in my family that sound like they white folk. That's the way they talk. So I don't know, you know, these black people, I don't know where they coming from. Talking about he trying to act white, or he trying to act like he from the ghetto or from the hood. You know? Hell, I lived in the hood, as you want to call it. And one time I told my mother, you know, yeah, we from the ghetto. My mama popped me right in the mouth. Boy, what are you talking about? You ain't from no ghetto. So, you know, people that got brainwashed, they have gotten brainwashed.
I don't know, Ted, if it's just brainwash or they just how they were raised up and everything, just you dog people out, dog your own folks out, and write them down. Uh, I look at Jasmine Crockett and Kamala Harris and all the other women and stuff around us right now who are out there and who are standing up and they're doing their thing. And we have to be we have to be proud of them. And I see especially black men out there and stuff and everything. They just want to dog black women out. And why they want to do that? Because they already getting it from the Caucasian folks and everything. But to turn around and to have it happen to them in their own race and stuff who do it and everything, it's just I can't see that, man. I just I look at them and I look down on them with them doing that.
Well,
I
a lot of black men is just like white men. They like that hierarchy, you know, like hey, you do what I say or else.
That's abusing somebody. That's abusing a woman.
I said that's a lot of black men. A lot
They
of black
want to.
men
Hey,
want to be the
you got to
boss.
abuse. You're going to abuse the women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
That's where a lot of black men they want to be the patriarch of the whole of their family, and they the boss. You do what I say, and all of that. I make the money, even though she working too. I make the money, and I'd say, I run this show, and if that's the way they want to treat their women, that's fine. That's their business. I've been married for 51 years. And hey, I ain't no more boss of my wife than she's boss of me. Shit. And we just compromise.
I guess I'm a little bit, just a little bit different because I was raised up around girls, mostly girls, and man, they were my sisters and stuff and everything, and I've always there to protect them from other people who were going to do anything bad to them, and I couldn't see that their little boyfriends or husbands and stuff and everything putting their hands on them. Can't do that. That's not right. And I've seen and stuff here, men abuse women and stuff. I mean, real bad. I was couldn't sleep last night, and I saw this movie and stuff and everything with this guy, and he was Lance Gross. That's him. He was in a movie. He wasn't in one of them big movies with Tyler Perry. He was in one of them off movies and stuff and everything. And his thing was a pimp or whatever, and he was using this woman real bad. You know, I guess he was showing people who were watching the movie and stuff what men do to women and stuff. But if to see it happen and stuff and everything, man, it was just too much for me. I just couldn't. I had to turn it off. I couldn't watch it. I said, no, I can't see them do this because I know that this is what happening in a lot of black households and stuff today. That these men are doing these women and stuff like that. It's just horrible to see it
Yeah,
happen.
I mean, to me, a person that put their hands on a woman, to me, is, I mean, I don't want nothing to do with people like that
Yeah, I don't either. I
because,
don't have nothing to do with them. I look at them. I look down my nose at them. They're coming at me and stuff. And man, you get away from me. I don't want to even talk to you. But they think that they are being men doing that, and that's not being a man. I don't see it as being a man. I see it as being a less than a human to do that. And we're seeing a lot of our black women and white women and stuff and everything go away in jail because of a man.
yeah,
He did something because this man told her that she better do it.
yeah,
He's in jail now and taking he out there selling drugs and he give it to her. You take this when the police show up, she got it. I can't tell on my man, so she in jail. So this Negro can't take the responsibility and stuff for being a man. You want to sell drugs and you want to be a man, then take the responsibility. Take whatever punishment comes from doing wrong. Or don't sit down there because you're teaching. If she's got children, you're teaching them to abuse other women.
yeah.
You're teaching them. That's a learned behavior. These little boys and stuff, seeing their mama get beat up, they do the same thing
You
when they
know
get
what?
old.
I'm gonna tell you what scripture comes to mind. And I'm just saying me because I'm a spiritual person. It says, "In Christ Jesus, there is male nor female." So that tells me, in my mind, I mean, everybody might interpret it different ways, but a woman is just as equal as a man. That's just my own personal thing. Now, everybody can't be the CEO of the household, but the man is, in my opinion, the one to make the last decision, but he don't make the only decision because you have to compromise. And if whatever makes her happy and if it makes you happy and give you peace, then that's the lifestyle you live. But the point is that everybody's different. Everybody run their household different. But the point is, you don't abuse people. You don't do things that's over abrasive. You might get angry or you might not agree. But the point is, you just try to get along so that because if you love that person unconditionally, then you just deal with it. Because I mean, that's just the way it is. You respect that person. Respect the person who they are and what they like and what they enjoy. That's the way I look at it. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to rule your life and tell you you can't do this, you can't do that, and and blah blah blah, and what you walking out the door for with your girlfriends or whatever. You got these people, man. That's sad to say they have bad examples. And even if they had a bad example, pick up a book, man, and learn something. That's what I say. If you don't know something, pick up a book. Don't be, find a mentor in a book. Maybe you'll learn something. That's what I did. I've just picked up books, learn stuff and pick and choose. And there's nuggets in every book. Nuggets in every book. And then look at examples. You know who was my example when I was in Pembroke? I had an example here when I was in Pembroke. A couple of them, but one of them, and I can't think his damn name. I can't think his damn name because he just died about 3 or 4 years ago. Because every time I see him, he used to always walk up to me when I went out to Pembroke for the reunions and stuff. He used to always come up to me. But when I was a teenager, he used to always tell me, Ted, don't be like the rest of them boys out there. And he was married to his wife for a lot of years.
Mm.
A lot of years. I'm trying to think his name. It'll come to me. But I'm telling you, it's quite a few people out there, man, was great examples for me. how to treat people. Don't mean you're gonna get along with everybody, but at least
Yeah,
treat people with respect.
yeah. Speaking of that and everything, there was a guy out there in Pembroke and stuff. He was the superintendent of schools, named Lorenzo Smith.
Yeah.
Old guy. He did some things and stuff out there. He used to do some real weird, wild stuff and everything. But he always we people out there have to understand that this was a town, a whole big community and stuff of black folks, all black people. And we went to school and from kindergarten all the way up until the 8th grade and stuff with nothing but black folks and stuff around us. I mean, there wasn't a white person nowhere to be seen. If there was, there may be one or two. But that was it. And community and stuff at that time, even right after I had gotten out of 8th grade, they were looking to build a high school. We're not gonna send our kids over there to this white school and let them educate our children. And I always thought that Lorenzo Smith was wrong for fighting it. He fought it. He fought a whole lot of people, Ted. I mean, he fought school board people and everything who wanted to have a high school out there. They at one time or another they had picked out a place and stuff where they were going to build this high school and everything for kids out there in Pembroke. And I didn't realize at that time until after I had gotten older, finished college and everything, came back out to Pembroke and everything, and I got to sit there with him and everything. He looked at me after I had went through all this to be a very weak person and stuff at this time when I come back because he was always kind of humble and stuff. Hi, how you doing? I used to know him as being strong and stuff. And you couldn't tell him nothing because he was a principal. He would whoop us. He had a stick. He had a big old bat called the Board of Education on it. And sitting in the daggone safe where his thing was at. And you got in too big of a trouble and everything. The teacher sent you down to Lorenzo's office and stuff, man. And he pulled that big old thing out and tear your butt up. I'm gonna give you 10 licks. What did you do? You have to tell him what you did and stuff. Depending on what you did, how many licks you got. Yeah. He was a mess. But after I come out there and I looked at him and I realized and stuff and everything why he fought those people out there. Some of the people out there still didn't understand why he did that. Fact was that he knew that we as children, as black children, were going to enter a world that was controlled by the white folks. We had to go to school with them for 4 years. But I learned something, and everybody else and stuff who graduated out of St. Anne learned something. We learned how to work with people out there. We knew who they were. We knew they were racist, but we knew how to deal with them and stuff because we went to school with them. Whereas when you look into Chicago area, all those high schools on the south side and the west side, they're full of everybody was black, and most of them didn't get a chance to be around white people until they got through high school and they went out there in the world and they could not deal with them.
They couldn't adapt.
Good. We understood them. We knew what to look for. We were able to talk to them because we were around them. We felt comfortable around them, even though we knew that they were racist. We can look at them and tell he's a racist bastard. But we knew how to deal with him. And that's what got us through. That's why most of us who got out of senior high school were successful out there in life because of him. We didn't learn that until in his later years before he had passed away. What the hell?
And that's the truth, because I went to school in the South Side. Like you said, maybe one or two white folk. I'm talking about even when I was a little kid. And then when I went to school on the West Side, maybe one or two white folk. That's it.
That's it.
And as soon as I came out to Pembroke, I went to St. Anne. I was around black folks and white folks.
And white folks. More white than black.
Yeah, and then I was looking around, seeing how everybody else was acting, and so I just caught on. Coming from Chicago,
we understood how to deal with people of white folks, who we were going to have to deal with out there in the world. They're the ones that had the money. They're the ones who control the money. They control the job. They control everything out there. We had to be able to go out there and work with them and deal with them. And that was a godsend and everything. So all these folks and stuff sit down here. Yeah, we're gonna be all black.
I didn't know that because I know I used to hear those rumors all the time that we was gonna build a high school out there, but I sort of kind of just overlooked it. I didn't pay no attention to it too much.
I did not overlook it. I saw it even after I came back. I saw what had happened, and I even remember that they had a school board had a big thing and stuff about building that thing out there. They had even picked out a place that they were going to build this school at. And Lorenzo, even when they did that and everything, he was strong enough and everything to stop them from doing it. Never told them and stuff why, because I knew that most of the folks out there and stuff but did not understand why he did what he did, because we were being abused up there in St. Anne High School, buddy, by these white folks, teachers and everybody.
Y'all was being abused. I wasn't being abused.
Well, I was. They was abusing me. If I wasn't playing sports, they was abusing me.
And the white folks, they mess with me.
They mess with me like all get out. I remember going to PE and stuff, man, and John Peruka was up in there, and they used to have us wrestling. And this was after the season was over, basketball was over, and they would be out there wrestling, and I had to wrestle this big old football player, O'Brien. I get that old boy's name, O'Brien. He had me down till he was whooping my butt. I was scared to death. After that, I was scared to death. Guess what? I pinned that bastard. he made me mad. I pinned him. He was so mad at me. Peruka jumped all over. Yeah, you let that old punk out there, basketball player, just pin you down here. He was mad.
I had the same experience, but it wasn't no big old football player.
That was a football.
Because I was tall and skinny, so he got another little white boy that was tall and skinny. And boy, I lit into his ass. And everybody thought, I was kind of quiet and everything. And I never forget, my biggest cheerleader was Moon. and everybody, we was in the P, because how they did, they had the circle around the mat.
Yeah.
Boy, he was sweating. I couldn't even hold it. He was slipping and sliding out trying to get his butt. I'll never forget that. And everybody pat me on the back. Yeah, Ted, yeah. I didn't know what it was all about, but I guess it was a white-black thing.
It was. It was always there. It was always there. White and black. It was white against black. And that's one of
All I know is I wasn't gonna let him take
the,
me.
yeah.
That's
It,
all I
it,
know.
everybody in my PE class here, when we came to my chance to wrestle him, because I had beat everybody else up, black folks up. And when it got to him, because we was the last ones and stuff, we would come to the end here. The two
He was
best in
the
the class.
brute. He was the brute.
Yeah, he was a bruiser, man. He was a bruiser. I was, oh man, this white boy, I got scared and everything. He gonna whoop my butt. And I guess he just did something to me, man. It got me mad and stuff and everything. And my these long legs,
And then that
and shoot.
Superman kicked in, huh?
Yeah, Superman kicked in, man. I pinned that white boy. I pinned him down there, man. Pinned his back down there and put his back on that daggone floor. Boom! And held him down. He couldn't move. Everybody in class was hollering. that, white, that white boy jumped up. He was ready to beat, man.
See, in case y'all don't know, 6'8"
Yeah, that little
Ed was
skinny ass
6'7", 6'8"
Negro.
in high school. Ed
Skinny ass
6'7",
nigga.
6'8" in high
I
school
know you
now.
called me a nigga. That skinny ass nigga,
And,
he'd have pinch you. All his white friends were talking shit. Yeah, yeah. Man.
Tell you, bro.
But that's what we had to deal with, people. We had to deal with the white folks and stuff and everything. You had to learn how to win. You had to learn how to win. And that's what we did. We had to learn how to win.
Well, you know what? And I'm gonna take that term, what you just said, know how to win.
Know how to win.
Because I think that what we are experiencing right now is that there are people out there that know how to win. There are people that know how to separate. And there are people out there that know how to, I guess, I don't know what the term you would call it, but it's sort of like agitate. And I'm gonna name some organizations that are good organizations, but they don't really know how this country works, in my opinion. They know how it works, but they don't want to deal with how it works. I'll take BLM, Black Lives Matter. Good organization to a certain degree, because Black lives do matter. ADOL, good organization, but you can't separate yourself from politics and then dog the politicians that's trying to do the best they can. You got to get into it and get with them. What is the other one? AF Foundational Black Americans. Good organization, but you can't separate yourself. And then the big hoo-ha, what's the one that it's an African despair, what is it, Despera or something like that. I can't think of the name of it, but good organization. But they dog everybody when it comes to politics. We live in a political country. Everything is politics, people. And if you don't play the game of politics, you lose. Because he who controls the money makes the decisions. You have to have the right people in office who you collaborating with so that you can get your portion of the money.
And that's how they broke the Black Lives Matter. They paid off. They put money out there in front of those leaders, and they took it.
Yeah.
Put
Instead
money
of
out
spreading
there
it out correctly.
They put their money out there to them leaders, and they took it. And we have, over the years and stuff, have watched the white establishment and stuff break good organizations. They broke the Black Panthers. That was the first time Black Panthers and Martin Luther King. That was the first time I saw them actually use law enforcement agencies and stuff and everything to break them. They embedded law enforcement people, black folks who were law enforcement, put them in there to tear the organization apart. That's what they did to the Black Panthers. They infiltrated them and everything with folks who were telling on them. Now they did the same thing to the Ku Klux Klan, but they couldn't break them. They infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan with all these folks who told on folks, but they couldn't break them. They still out there, even today. They're not the same folks and stuff wearing them white sheets, but they still there, still out there, right here in the South. But they took us and they broke the Black Panthers. They sat down there and they did everything they could to Martin Luther King. They had recordings and stuff and everything. They said that was using him and stuff and saying that he got telling his wife and stuff, you got a woman. You going with a woman out there, trying to get her, Coretta, to go against her husband. Couldn't break them because they had a bond and stuff there. And she said, I know, Martin, I know you, and I know that's not you. You did not do this. That's the only thing to save him from breaking up his family because of his wife. Other than that, they would have broke him a lot sooner. But that's what they do. And if they can't do it, well, bull crap, they're going to do it with money. And that's what they have done. They took that Reverend Al Sharpton and stuff and everything and threw some dollars at his old skinny butt and everything, up his skinny butt and everything, and they broke him down. Put that money in his hand, gave him a little old bush crap show, and said, okay, you get this is what you're gonna get. But selling out your damn people. That's what it takes. You got that, they got the money and they're gonna buy you. And Ted, enough money, they're gonna buy you. They gonna buy us, they're gonna buy them a black person for enough money.
That's the size of it, bro. You throw enough money at them.
And you got that money on them, man, they gonna buy them. They gonna buy them. They went out there and Trump was sitting down there. Every time somebody rise up to get too tough there, you buy him a nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna buy him. You got the black folks who sitting in the stand behind him in the rallies and stuff. He pull them out the street, them homeless people out the street, and sitting behind him with a
Hey,
sign.
you want to make $20?
They give him a sign and everything. They hold the sign up. They done gave him a McDonald's sandwich, some Popeyes, and put some food in their belly and stuff, and a little alcohol, and they sit there holding the sign. We got
Look at my African American over there.
my Negroes. Look at my Negroes. They behind me. And you can look at them and tell, man, they're homeless. They hold their sign up, Trump, black folk for Trump.
And the white folks get bought too.
Yeah, they do, but it doesn't feel as bad as you said our own people doing it. But a lot of times, Ted, you just have to feel sorry for them, man. They pull them off the street, man. They're hungry. They ain't got their belly is empty. They ain't got that in their stomach, and they put some food in their stomach and a little alcohol in their belly, and they set them up. That's what you do. If we gonna put some money in your pocket, and once they walk out the door, give $15, $20 and stuff. Okay, bye.
Well, and I'm gonna say this and it's easier for me to say this, but people who make 20 million, 30 million, 50 million, 100 million, whatever a year. I'm gonna say puts on your house. Because a lot of reasons why you are where you are is because of the black folks. Oh yeah, it's your gift, your talent, your ability. but they supported you when you was younger, when you was in that church singing that gospel song, or when you was on that raggy basketball court or football field struggling. Oh, it might have been some of your family, not all your family, but you had a lot of friends cheering you on. Now you're making $40, $50 million. You don't want to give up $1 million a year just to help your people, a couple of $1 million. We ain't got no business having no homeless black people in this country. None. There's too many multi-millionaire black people. And you sit around with $350 million in your bank account. Shame on you. And I'm not trying to put no guilt on you. I ain't making no judgment. I'm just saying, I know you can't help everybody in the world, but damn, man, you got a bunch of friends that's multi-millionaires. Put something together. Get these people off the street. Because, you know what they used to say, if one, there go me, but one for God. Somebody prayed for you, bro. Somebody prayed for you. Somebody was keeping you up so that you can make it. Somebody supported you. That old coach, that little old coach was sitting up there telling you all kind of good stuff, how good you were. Gave you that encouragement, that confidence. So I don't get it. As far as I'm concerned, it don't even make no sense. You got too many multi-millionaire black folks running around here, and too many black folks that's homeless. And I don't care if they came from another country or their parents came from another country and they homeless or whatever, they black. Because ain't no excuse for white folks to be homeless. They got all the support in the world. But you can help them too if you want to. But I'm just saying, I don't see it. Like I said, you better not give me $1 billion. I'll show you how to use it.
Oh yeah.
This is a crime, man. It is a crime, man. You know it's a crime. These black folks got all this money sitting up there, and all they're gonna do is, oh, I just lost 50 million. I just lost $20 million a day. But then the next month you get 30 million. Who you think you are? You think you white? You think you some big time whatever?
Yeah.
Shame
Well,
on
we
you.
got just a few more minutes left, and we have successfully almost completely avoided that redhead idiot we sitting up there. But I got to say something because I'm just
Uh-oh.
I predicted
I
this
know
going.
you got that Trump. You got that Trump
Yeah,
derangement.
he got that, went down there and told that lie and said he go there and invade them people, and he done tacoed out again. He done tacoed out. He
Didn't
tacoed
you
out. He
say that
tacoed me
yesterday?
again.
Didn't you say it yesterday?
I said
You
he ain't
said it
gonna
yesterday.
he ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. He ain't gonna do a damn thing. He ain't gonna bomb
Then
nobody.
he gave somebody 48 hours, and then all
Yeah,
of
he
a sudden,
gave
I'm gonna give
48
you 3,
hours or
4 days.
something. He wasn't in less than 48 hours. He tacoed out.
What does taco stand for?
Trump always chickens out.
Trump
and
always
guess who?
chickens
And
out.
guess who gave it to him? Somebody on Wall Street gave it to him. One of them guys on Wall Street gave him that name, Taco, and it's sticking with him. Trump always chickens out.
I ain't got no last word, bro.
Yeah, but we got some other stuff and everything that's going on that I need to make some of you folks out there aware of that is going to have an effect upon us big time. that along with him doing all this stuff and tearing the country up and spending money out there in some war and stuff that we have no business being in, he is systematically and stuff tearing down our mechanisms here at home. This agreement that we had with Canada and Mexico and the United States, it is dead. It's dead. The Canadian Prime Minister came out the other day and said it's dead. They continue to ask him to come negotiate for almost a year now. He had his people coming down and trying to negotiate with Trump. He done gave up and said, forget it. I'm not negotiating with Trump no more. He's not a person to trust, and he's not. And as we see people, all these countries and stuff and everything who have not followed us, even in this war, he's telling everybody, I don't need them, but he does. He needs people out there. He can't bully them anymore. Canada does a lot of business and stuff with the United States. They do more business we do more business with Canada than anybody else in the world.
Sure, they probably have about 3 to 5 million people come in and visit.
That thing is gone away. It has successfully gone away. Canada has moved on. They said we are not dealing with the United States anymore, and they almost said in so many words that USMCA agreement is dead. It is no longer there, and it's actually hurting our manufacturing might and stuff in this country more than it is Canada, because we don't have anybody else to go to and stuff and everything. Our car manufacturers have gotten so used to Canada and Mexico and stuff trade that it has broken all of our car manufacturers. It's broken along with the agricultural part of it.
The question is this is the reason why you can't just put anybody, and I'm talking about from local on up to the federal, in office, if they don't have our interests at heart and the total thing as far as making everything work. And these people think they can just put any old knucklehead in office, trying to run this complicated, complex system. It's just not that simple, Ed.
They said he's a businessman, Ted.
That's what we need.
They say he's a businessman. He done bankrupt 7 companies. I was telling people way back then, as a man, there is no way possible that you can bankrupt a casino. Yeah, now anything else now, I can say, oh yeah, well, something must have happened, something bad happened. But a casino is nothing but money. That's their whole business, bringing money in. And he bankrupted the casino because he was stealing all the money. And he wasn't paying people, just like you doing now. You ain't paying nobody. He fired. I get rid of him. And then find out after he done fired up, oh shit, I done screwed up. I need them back. Now you expect them after you done fired them and they out there, they all almost lost their homes and everything, but you're gonna bring them back and they're gonna work for you. They might come back, but they ain't gonna work. They're gonna sit up there and everything, and they ain't gonna do shit but draw a check. They done.
Well, Ed, the thing is that, and it's hard for me to say this, but I'm gonna say it. He wouldn't be in charge if God didn't allow it. So there's a reason behind this, whatever it is. Just keep the faith, baby. That's all I can say. There's a reason for this. There's a reason.
there was
I
a
don't know
there
what
was a
God is doing, but He's in charge. So
there was a YouTube video on yesterday, and this white man was sitting in his car and said, "We just done hired idiot, imbecile to run this country." But he said, really, that wasn't what it was. He said 77 million people in this country are racist.
mm,
77 million of you all, you can't tell me, but you all are racist because you all knew that that woman was qualified and you did not want to elect a black woman up to have
mm.
in this country. You are racist. And I had to believe him. I said, you damn right. 77 million racists in this country. Knowing that that man wasn't qualified, and you still put him in office. They knew he wasn't qualified. And they still voted for him because they were. And he tapped into that racism. Big time.
Big time.
Big time. Got on this thing with him and let that black woman dog him out. And them white folks said, there ain't no way that nigger woman gonna dog out no white man. We ain't voting for her. I looked at it and everything and said, man, that showed that woman is tough, and it did. But it also gave them white folks an incentive, not just because he got the nerve to tell a white man that he ain't shit. That is against our whole thing, our whole being. But as they walked into that booth and everything, only thing that they could see was that black woman beating up on that white man. So they had to vote for that white man.
And then he was scared. He was so scared he didn't even want to have the second interview.
Yeah,
Second interaction.
They're killing the dog. They're killing the cats. I still remember that.
They eating the cats and they eating the
cats.
dog.
They eating the dog.
She looked at him like he was stupid.
Like he was stupid. Hey, he was. He is, and he is. Still is. So anyway, people, it's time for us to hightail it out of here. Get it out there and enjoy our lives and stuff and everything. And I'm gonna enjoy the heat. I'm gonna be all right. Got a funeral to go to this weekend, so you guys might not see me for, especially on Sunday, probably Saturday too. Got a funeral to go to. One of my wife's cousins passed away. This is something that's a reality for us because as you can look at us, we ain't no spring chickens.
We hanging in there.
We ain't no spring chickens, but we hanging in there. So you guys have a good day and enjoy your life. And the gas prices are gonna come down. People just keep on getting up, keep on getting out there, keep on doing what you're doing, and put on a good fight. Got to know how to win. And that's what it is. You got to learn how to win. Eventually, you're going to win the battle if you keep on fighting. You can't win a battle if you don't keep fighting. If you stop fighting, you're going to lose. So keep fighting. Bye-bye.